Stylos. I'm the venue director for the Nature Valley Grand Prix in the Stillwater area. I've been at this job this is my second year doing this now. The Nature Valley Grand Prix race is a race put on by an entire set of volunteers. All the money that we raise from this race goes to a specific program at children's hospitals here in Minneapolis, which is the Pain and Palliative Care Program. And it's for kids who are in pain or end of life, and it's palliative hospice. The first race, which is an amateur race, it's category 1 and 2 men's teams, will race at 10:45. The women's race, the pro women's race, starts at 11:45. Now this is the race in the nation for the women's team. You will see the top women athletes competing here, and more than likely some of these athletes are going to be representing the U.S. in the 2012 Olympics. Here in Stillwater we're doing something a little different. We're doing a kids race, and we've titled that program Kids Helping Kids. And what we're asking kids to do is come and race, and we have some great local sponsors. We have Richard McDonough from McDonough Realty, we have St. Croix Ortho, and Anderson Foundation are donating money, and for every kid that shows up and does the kids ride and races, $50 from every kid goes to the Pain and Palliative Care Program. The men's race starts at 1:30. It's a 1-hour race, and they're done at 2:30. Then there's the podium, stands, the overall winners, and the whole thing is wrapped up by about 3 o'clock. Starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, we close down the roads exactly on the course, and there's no parking along those roads. 10 o'clock, all of 2nd Street, all of 3rd Street, 1st and Broadway on the course closes down. It's a mile and a quarter that closes off the course, forcing traffic down Myrtle and Main Street. So the best way to come into town is the back way across Manning and then down 96, which brings you almost right to the parking garage in Stillwater. And then you're 1 block from the race course. It's just to your south. Chilkoot Hill in Stillwater is a 24% grade hill, which usually determines the winner of the entire stage race, since it is so difficult. The best place to view the race is on 2nd Street, either starting in the Expo Center area where we have a Jumbotron where you can see the entire course, or up Chilkoot Hill itself, which is fairly narrow, but it's a great place to get very close contact to the riders. So one of the things that makes the Stillwater Criterium so fun is that you can walk the entire course, not just Chilkoot Hill. The actual Criterium race is in 2 triangles. Think of it as 2 rectangles. The lower rectangle has Chilkoot Hill. The upper rectangle has a slightly smaller hill, but it's usually where a second challenge comes. And you can walk that entire course and watch racers over various portions and various corners. There's a great little park for families, which is Triangle Park, which actually the neighborhood in that area tries to take over, and they have actually a neighborhood picnic in that same area. So it's a great way to interact with residents of Stillwater and actually have a great spot on the race to see some really challenging climbing. I also happen to be owner of a cafe bike shop called the Chilkoot Cafe in Cyclery, which is on 4th and Churchill. The men's pro team, the United Healthcare team, are coming to afterwards to sign autographs, so anybody who wants to meet those guys can stop by and have an autograph. There's a lot of residents in the area don't come down to the race. They see it as somebody else's event that's put on by some outside group. It's a fantastic professional event, and it goes to a fantastic cause. So you don't have to really be a fan of racing to be a fan of the race.